Okay, so good morning. Hi. We begin each morning with each video, each story, each journey begins with God, and God loved us, and in that love was creation, was beauty, was acceptance, forgiveness, chaos, insanity. We embrace it all because we don't know God's plan. We just have faith that God has a plan. And forgiveness is one that I really feel like we need to really address because forgiveness might be the hardest one. I've told you guys about the man that murdered my mom and how I don't support the death penalty, and what I didn't say was I forgive that man. You see, I say that man destroyed my life and he damaged me. But you heal from damage, and maybe it took a long time to heal from that damage, and maybe because of that damage there was byproduct damage from my own action, from not knowing how to cope with that, from not being able to process all of that. And I wasted a lot of my life doing things that at the time felt right, just didn't really help me. And I need to forgive that man. He made a mistake. It's time to forgive that. It's time to move on. And it's time to forgive myself for not being the ideal person, and for not knowing it wasn't my fault. Forgive myself for not knowing that there was nothing I could have done. Forgive myself for not seeing the truth when it was in front of me. Forgiving myself for wanting to live. People often ask me, like, why didn't you just break into that room? Because I wasn't stupid. I wanted to, but I didn't know what was in that room, and I knew that if I didn't get help, no one would know. And I made the choice to go get help because I thought somebody needs to get caught for this. And I have often thought about, would life have been easier if I would have broken into that room and that man would have killed me too? Because life has not been easy. Not for me, probably not for you. I mean, if you have an easy life, you're probably not watching my videos. And if you are, you ain't what I'm trying to talk to anyways. Jesus walked with the lowest bitch. But you know what? Every drug addiction that I ever had to deal with, and losing both my parents, and losing friends, and every heartbreak got me to this point. And I'm at peace with myself. I'm at peace with myself. And I understand what loving unconditionally is. Loving unconditionally is part of forgiveness, because you love unconditionally and you get past the anger, you realize you still love, and so you forgive. So you forgive when somebody embarrasses you, or you forgive when somebody doesn't do the right thing right away, because if you truly have faith in this person, you believe they'll do the right thing, they'll do the right thing. Because that's what faith is. We don't know God's plan, we just know God has a plan. We're along for the ride, aren't we? Oh my god. Ooh, so there's this guy at my job who every time I start, hold on. There's a guy at my job who every time I try to talk about him, I get stroke face. It is the most ridiculous thing. Like sorry, I recently quit smoking cigarettes because this guy doesn't smoke, and I'm like, whoa. But I get stroke face when I talk about him. I can't help it. My best friend at work, she knows. She probably knew before I did. When he started working, I would go and talk about him to her. And we didn't even work in the same department. I'd just be like, did you see him today? Did you see his hair? Like, his hair was so good. And, oh, Andrew told me you saw him at the store. I really need to get this under control. Anyways. Just my best friend at work, she listens to me all the time, and that's my homegirl, ride or die, one day, one bitch, Ash and Ash, like that's what we do, we ashy. But she knows. She told me, she said, you're a hopeless romantic. I'm like, not really, because I have hope. I still have hope. And here's the thing, I tried so hard to ignore this individual. And then when I had to work side by side with this individual, I was like, wow, you are absolutely fantastic. And I would tell him that. And I've told lots of people like nice things. I do all the time. But he actually took the time to stop and say, hey, I really appreciate the things you say to me. And I'm like, I want to say more nice things to you. But, and we just, I don't know. But the point is, I wasn't looking for him. I was trying not to look at him. But if I was honest with myself, our souls have danced together for 1,000 lifetimes. Whether he realizes it or not, our souls have danced together for 1,000 more lifetimes, because I will wait for him. I should have gone home a while ago to get treatment, and now it's going to be April 1st, and I haven't, and I would still wait for him. Because the body dies, but the soul is eternal, and love is eternal, and my soul knows exactly who that man is, and my soul says, I'll wait for you, even if it means I have to die, and wait to get born again, because there's a long waiting list or whatever, but I'd wait for you every time. And there might be plenty of people out there who look just like you, who have so much to offer, and for somebody, that's perfect. But for me, he's perfect, and he still has so much growing to do on his own. I know he's only going to get better, but he's already perfect. Yes. So I forgive myself for falling in love with a straight boy, and I forgive myself for being a boy myself and not being what he's looking for. I don't know what he's looking for, because he won't talk to me, honestly. I mean, it could be fear or whatever, but I have no fear, so I'm actually going to go to work tonight and demand he give me that hug he owes me, and then he's going to meet me right home, because tomorrow I'm leaving. So, and I know he's a good man. He won't not give me a ride home, but he's definitely